Alright, cool. So now sesizoqhubekela ke ku 1.3, okay, 1.3. If 5 is added to each term of a quadratic sequence, between which two terms of the sequence is the first difference 57? Okay. So it's important for us to say now, ukuthi sikhumbule ukuthi mebekhuluma nge-first difference now, okay, mebekhuluma nje nge-first difference, all right, basuke bekhuluma ngale difference vele le esithe nathi first difference of 5, 7, 9, 11 and so forth. And sithe yini siyazi? Sithe siyazi ukuthi ke this difference here yakha a linear or an arithmetic sequence, okay? So umbuzo wabo usuthi ke between which two terms la, which two quadratic terms la on your quadratic sequence is your first difference equals to 57. Okay, so to answer this question, guys, it's important, number one, to firstly get your general term okanye TN wako for your first difference. Okay, so once wamthola ke i-general term yakho okanye TN for your first difference, then you can use your general term to actually calculate the position of that difference ukuthi calculate usolve for n wakhona. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so sesiyakhumbula ke thina ukuthi this forms a linear pattern or an arithmetic pattern. So you can either use your Tn. Okay, so you can either use your Tn being equals to a plus n minus 1 multiplied by d. Okay, you can use this formula, or you can use Tn is equals to bn plus c. So I like this one because it conveys ukuthi you understand ukuthi i-linear pattern i-behave njenge-straight line, bese ukuthi i-quadratic number pattern i-behave njenge-parabola. So I like this method here because it puts you in line with the sole purpose of this chapter, more or less. Okay, so we're going to make use of both methods to calculate our general term. Bese ke calculate the position again, basically of our 57. All right. So so Tn is equals to, so to determine Tn sidinga into ezo2. Sidinga A is our first term, but sidinga D is our difference. So once we get those two, then we sorted, we can easily calculate our Tn. So for this pattern again, let's say yone formula pattern, our first term is 5. So let's bona kono A, so fagelo 5 again. So bano 5 plus into n minus 1, and then our d is our difference. So it differentiates between our terms. Sesiyibali level sabona ukuthi ubani u2. So let's bona kono d, so fagela u2, and then you're gonna factor in our 2 there, which is times ngai sibe no Tn elingana no 5 plus 2n minus 2. Okay, then our Tn is equals to, then we bring our like terms together, so no 2n plus 5 minus 2, and then Tn weight is equals to 2n plus 3. Okay, so this is our first method. Okay, and then the second method, ile ngithandayo, ethi Tn is equals to bn plus c. Okay, la khona b a rate of change of your sequence. Esathi ke a rate of change is a gradient, and then in this case a rate of change is a difference. So le sequence le ishintsha ngale difference, ishintsha nge-rate ka2. So ingakho esikhundleni sika b na ke there ufaka i-difference yakho. So bese uba no Tn is equals to, la ubona khona b ufake lo 2n plus c. Okay, and then siyazi ukuthi nakuma with the straight line as well, to calculate your value of c, you need gradient yakho and your coordinates. So in this case, our coordinates will be any term and the position yayo, because siyazi ukuthi Tn umele term and then n umele the position. So singathatha term 1 wethu sifakele izinto ezi-involve ku term 1. So siyazi ukuthi term 1 wethu lingana nobani no 5. So sikwenza Tn singasubstitute bani u5 being equals to 2 into, and then term 1 wethu lo o5 ukuphi position, ukwe first position. So lasibona khona n sofakela ke u1 plus c, and then sibe no 5, okay, is equals to u2 plus c, and then you transpose the 2 to the side. Okay, sibe no 5 minus 2 is equals to C, and then you C lingana nobani no 3, guys. Okay, so akunankinga noma ngathi 3 is equal to C noma C is equal to 3 vele kafana, because ukuthi uThemba uyalingana nomandla shothi umandla yalingana noThemba. So therefore, guys, niyabona ukuthi ke okay, so I hope, guys, niyabona ukuthi ke using both methods, right, your C is actually equals to 3, and therefore you can plug in your value of C there, bese uba no Tn wakho elingana nobani no 2n plus 3. Okay, now so once so basically once one formula yakho, which is a representation of Tn, you can therefore calculate uthole ukuthi u-n wakho ubani if i-difference yakhe ilingana nobani no 57. Okay, if difference yakhe ilingana nobani no 57, because umbuzo uthi between which two terms of the sequence is the first difference 57. So this is the first difference. So if singathola ukuthi u-n ubani ke mawukuthi mawukuthi first difference you 57, then singathola i-position yaleyo difference leyo, and then we can always relate it up to your actual sequence, okay, which is your actual quadratic sequence. So ake senzeke, so basically siyabona ke la ukuthi okay man, so thatha lento le ewu2n plus 3 c equates to 57, because the first difference ewu2n plus 3, of which arithmetic sequence or linear sequence ilingana no 57. So soba no 57 get this side being equals to 2n plus 3, and then we can solve for n. First thing we can do is to transpose the 3 to try and isolate to n. That's our sole purpose. So 57 minus 3 is equals to 2n. So bese siba nabanda, bese siba no 54. Okay, ilingana nobani no 2n. Stivade ngobani ngo 2 ngala, stivade ngobani ngo 2 nangala, sisale nobani no n ilingana nobani no 27. Okay, so ithini ke lento na, ithi uma ngabe usuhambe ama terms out 27 usuka from 5. So 5 is our first term, yoqala, isibili, isithathu, kanjalo 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 kanjalo. Iyoze first difference ilingana no 57 once you reach term number 57 in this case. Okay, so uyanotice ke la ukuthi ke ake ngenze example nje, i-first difference yethu ilingana no 9 between term 3 no term 4, but no, uyanotice ukuthi u9 la term 3 when it comes to your linear pattern. Ithini ke lento na, ithi kusho ukuthi ke ngenkathi u-n ewu27 ngathi u-n ewu27 for a first difference, it means lo 27 loyo utholakala between your 27 term and your 28 term. Okay, so ingakho kumbuzo umuthi ke between which two terms of the sequence is the first difference 57, it means that is true between term 27 and term 28, guys. Okay, so I hope I did not confuse you there. Okay, I know it might be a little bit confusing. I don't know, guys. I think it should make sense. Uma ngabe ngacacanga still, please let me know under the comment section. I will try and explain it further, and maybe we'll try and make more examples in the future. But other than that, guys, this brings us to the end of question 182. Until we meet again in our next question.